Today we're doing something a little different. I'm collecting a car from British car auctions. So yeah, we're going to see. You can probably maybe have a guess what I'm going to collect, but this is slightly different as opposed to my normal stuff. So just got to go and collect the keys, get all the paperwork and the documents, and we'll go and find the car. Okay, you've got to find the car. I wish it was that one, because that's new. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, I think I found it. Right, here we are. A 2008 Fiat 500 lounge. I won't go into the details too much about why I've got this at the moment. I can do that at the end. But let's just have a quick walk around, because this is the first time that I've seen this. So the BCA auction, to be fair, on their website, it does go through everything and it does highlight any problems. And at the moment, missing that. Dirt marks. Looks to be good so far. I think I've got to wait for the keys. That's how they work it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to potentially work on just give these up a polish up, because they're very faded. They didn't highlight that on the report. You know, it's actually for 2008. It's pretty decent, to be fair, isn't it? Windscreen's all right. Yeah. Is it open? It is open. So they put these on, which is a bit different, and they actually fit quite well. So they're probably covering, maybe that they're covering it quite well, and that these seats haven't basically been used, but it does need a good clean like anything. Steering wheel could do with that's unfortunate, but we kind of knew about that. It just generally requires a bit of a clean up, but they don't do that at BCA anyway, so yeah, we're just going to wait now for the keys and someone to come over, and then I can assess it even more. As I say, that as far as I'm concerned, this is pretty much done and dusted. Might need an oil service as well. But yeah, it's don't have start because it's 2008, so it is pretty much basic. But other than that, as I say, it's all good. Hopefully, this is going to start. Just check these. That's working. Okay, so that's not working. So you haven't got that. That's annoying. And hopefully we'll have a look. I don't think there's going to be any service receipts. we'd have a handbook. I don't know why I sound so surprised by that, because this isn't Copart, so let's have a look. What have we got? Have we got a service book? I don't think we got a service book. That's really annoying. No service book with a car. Okay. That's disappointing. Put that back in there. So that's that. Right. Not sure what that was out for. Yeah. Seems reasonably good. Got some... Are they actually the mats? Yeah, they're the mats. Oh, hello. Right, this is details of... Is this the service book? I think this is the service book. Okay. I have no idea, because they don't list things like this on BCA. ...2016 is the last one. But that's quite comprehensive. Let's put that up there. Stoneacre's done it up to 2012. So it's been in Leeds for Leeds and Wrexham, and then it's ended up in Southampton area in 2016 at 81,000, and then that's it. So it could be that it's not had anything done since then, but we don't know. It doesn't give you, stupidly on here, it doesn't tell you, that's just service stamps, but it doesn't go on to talk about any other work done, i.e. when there's a tick box for cam belt. Oh well. Right. I'm now still waiting for the man to come over so he can release the keys to me. So hopefully when that's done, then we can get going. And I can tell you a bit about why I've got a 2008 Fiat 500 Lounge. Okay, so we are back from BCA, and we've now driven the car for approximately 15 minutes. So it's a bit risky, obviously, because you sort of leave the yard with not really 100% knowing exactly what the condition is of the car. But anyway, so where are we at? What have we discovered? So the car runs generally without a problem. The gearbox is great, the clutch is good. That's some plus points. Obviously we said we need to replace this and sort this out. We've got the flashing mileage on the dash, so I'm going to disconnect the battery and see if that sorts it. I suspect it won't, because bear in mind it's 2008, so the chances are the Bluetooth module has gone. So, but we'll try that anyway. That's just standard, unfortunately, with Fiat 500s. The window was down slightly, and when I've done pushed it up here, it initially wasn't going at all. It didn't. You could hear it churning away in there, but it wasn't doing anything. So I've driven it back here and I've pressed this again, and after about 3-4 seconds of churning, it suddenly then pushed it up. However, when I now press this to come down, nothing. I'm getting the churning again, but it's not dropping. So something's going on in there, unfortunately. What else? So the handbrake, as you can see here, is very high indeed. You got to pull it right up to about here, so this is going to need adjusting. And then the only thing that does concern me slightly, and I've never experienced it Fiat 500s, was the brake pedal. In order to brake, normally they're quite, they're not too bad, but I don't know if you can really see it. There was barely really much braking power going on. Normally you can just ever so slightly, touch it and you get something, but I really had to put my foot quite hard down on there to get any form of braking power. So, but I did find on here, this was the last invoice, and we had carry out MOT, replace front tyres, MOT tyres, tracking, engine oil, front pad pins. So that was 2018. So I don't know about things like the brake pads or the brake discs. But anyway, so this is a 2-owner car. So that's not too bad really for this age. I'll put that in there. What else have we got? There's a slight... Oh, so I think it's probably to do with the lack of charge in the battery. But when I initially got this and went to drive off out of the yard, power steering came on, and I had to drive for 15 minutes with no power steering. So there was that. However, I've put some fuel in it and that's now gone. So I don't know if it just needed the battery sort of charging. So hopefully that's cured that. What else? Let's go and have a look under the bonnet. Otherwise, suspension and everything, it's not too bad. The only thing I will say, BCA, I don't know, BCA, I mean, that BCA really probably should have, probably didn't pick up on the window, but they should have done really. They should have done. So, we might need a new air strap. And oh, look at that. That's not even tied down. Great. Shall we see if this is rock hard? Flipping heck. Oh my god, I can't even do that. That's on there fairly tight. I don't know how old that battery is either. So, I mean, yeah, for 2008 it's not so good. That's still in place though. Quite surprised by that. Oil on the top there. Got oil. I don't know what that's on there for. Okay. Right. Quite warm under here actually. Right. So So let's summarise. Let me just shut this, bear with me. Right, so let's summarise what we need to do on the car. We need to sort out the passenger side window. We need to sort out why the brake pressure, or why I have to put quite a bit of pressure on the brakes to get any form of braking. We need to sort out the flashing mileage, and we need to sort out the handbrake. That is pretty much going to be, I think, it. There's not really much else. Get rid of these seat covers. There's not much else that we really need to do, certainly interior wise. Oh yeah, we need to sort out that vent as well. Right, so yeah, I did tell the person that I would have thought I could have turned this around in a couple of days. I'm not so sure about that now, unfortunately, but yeah. I've also got to just check whether we've got a spare key. Oh, and up here, that's all been, I don't know, put together. I'm not really sure exactly whether or not it's sorted everything, but it should do. So it says spare key, and it's got it there, but there's definitely not a spare key in here. Don't know if I'm missing that something, but anyway, let's have a quick look. So we've got the mats. Right. Okay. It's all very dirty in the back there. Yeah. No, there's. I'll tell you what we haven't checked. In fact, I don't think we can check it because of the seat covers. But we need to get underneath this seat here. No, there's nothing in there. I think these do need a bit of a clean though. Still. Right. Okay, so... no, there we go. That is the spare key. So we've got 2 keys. That's good. A nice school council badge as well. And yeah, that's going to be it. So yeah, we'll go inside and we'll discuss the reasons as to why I've got this car. Three, two, one. So that was recorded 2 months ago, and that, as I say, was a potential customer who wanted a non-categorized car and had a budget. As I say, normally I wouldn't really touch 2008 to 2010 cars. Anyway, she's bailed and decided that she doesn't have the funds anymore, and so I'm now stuck with that car. 2 months down the line, it's still parked up on the road, and I now need to get going with fixing and sorting that car out. And then I then got to try and make some money on it and get it gone. So yeah, unfortunately, no not great. If it was a 2011 car, it'd be out the door, I'd have no issues. There's still, I mean, there's always a market for Fiats, but I just think that with 2008, you're potentially going to run into some potential for some cost implications on things that may need to be looked at. For example, the flashing mileage. So am I going to have to get a Bluetooth module for it? That's going to now eat into even more money. So follow the channel for how this car gets on and what we end up doing with it. But hopefully, fingers crossed, it might just be some tinkering, and then we might be able to get rid of it. But also, let me know what you think of roughly what the retail value would, or you'd look to sell that for, because today I've just been to a garage in Reading to help them out with their speedo and a proxy alignment, and they had a 2008 Lounge with a 1.4 engine in it, and they purchased that and they were charging a customer 2,700, and that had 130,000 miles on the clock. So yeah, so I think that's going to be it. Until next time, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all again very, very soon.